Hello my loves and welcome back to what very well may be the final episode of Let's Play Amnesia, not The Dark Descent, no, this wonderful industrial nightmare is a machine for pigs. A machine whose heart and bowels we are now buried in, we are now immersed in. How wonderful. And yeah, oh hello, could this possibly be some sort of secret? Maybe. I'm sure it's a game that has plenty of secrets and I'm sure I've been missing them like you wouldn't believe. What is this? How interesting. This area looks somewhat more dilapidated than the others, doesn't it? As though it's more ancient, as though it started here. Don't you think? Hello? What have we here? March 15th, 1899. Curled into my bunk, all sick and sweat-ridden, they clean my room about me, but I can only hear the voice from within that gentlest of stones. It sings to me, and I dream of a great machine. We will build a new world from the ruins of the old. We will plant flowers in the rotten ribcage, and let them grow to hold the sky from falling. I remember how it whispered to me, as we rolled sick and heaving, and I remember when we pulled into Southampton, and we both wept, for it was every bit as much a desecration as had been sung to me. And then we came to London, and I set it upon the mantelpiece, and went into the house and gathered the servants, and set on recrafting them. And then I went into the garden, and buried those tiny shattered skulls under the weeping bulges of the rhododendrons. Okay, so it looks like there was a sort of ritualistic element to what Mandus did. I think he may have murdered his own children as a way of as some sort of supplication for the machine, as a way of, I don't know, saturating it. How very, very peculiar. It's certainly going to be something like that. Here we are, the heart of the machine. And when they first said daddy, my heart was molten, as if blood frozen upon the ground were held to the sun to thaw and slop, and they were inseparable, always together, one soul in two bodies, and my love was all-consuming. I would die for you, I whispered to their sleeping faces. I would kill. I would set this world to ruin to protect you. I have fought through dark tunnels, great engines, the foulest of beasts. I have set my covenant and drained this flood, and I am come for you now, my darling boys. Okay. I still don't think they're real. I think it's entirely likely there's some sort of strange projection of Mandus's insanity. No unauthorized persons to enter this facility by order of the management. I am the management, I'll have you know. In fact, I may be the gentleman responsible for creating this atrocity. So I shall go where I please. Oh my god.
You came then to London, and you set me upon a mantelpiece, and then we went into the house and gathered the servants, and we set you and I on recrafting them, and then you went into the garden and buried those tiny shattered skulls alone.
Okay. What does all this portend, I wonder? What is happening here? It's stunningly beautiful, I have to say, in its grimy industrialness. And who is the person on the phone?
Children, Mandus, to spare them the world you have created for us all.
Okay. Okay. Oh, look! Oh my goodness, that's where we're going, presumably. And what are we going to do when we're down there? Are we going to activate the machine or destroy it? shivers up the spine, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Wow. Here we are. At long last, here we are.
God, dear Christ, what is this place?
I think a place where neither God nor Christ have much in the way of influence, quite frankly. What is this? Rod control room. Okay. I will go in there, but not yet. I want to explore first. I want to have a look, if nothing else. Oh, my goodness. This is amazing. I mean, something video games do very well, an element of video games that I've always adored, is architecture and environment. I don't think there's a medium like them, to be honest, that can create architecture and environments in quite the same way, because they are, by their very nature, so immersive and so elaborate. I've always been impressed by it, and the way they use architecture and environment to evoke mythology and storytelling, and this game is probably one of the best I've ever come across in that regard. It is absolutely beautiful.
I tried.
Oh.
I tried so hard. I will uphold my promise. I will always protect them for you. My eyes are your eyes. My heart is your heart. I will rip them loose from this rotten world and set them to burn. All to save them.
Okay. So yes, am I correct in thinking that the voice on the phone was some aspect of Mandus's psyche? I believe I might be correct in that. Well, there seems to be nothing else to do other than to activate this machine. Let's do it. Oh, we can't. Not yet. Something isn't right. Not yet. Something isn't set correctly. So is there something else? Hello? What's all this? So clearly there's something else we need to do here. We aren't quite finished yet. So that just takes us back outside. It must be these. There must be something we can do. It's locked. It won't move. Okay. So in that instance, there must be something else. Something we're missing. Ah, here. The rod control room. I wonder, is there going to be some awful guardian of this place? Ah, here we are. Hello, that looks like it's going to be an interesting puzzle, does it not? Yep, here we are, right at the very end, ladies and gentlemen.
And they feel no pain. The process is completely humane. Humane, Professor? That we judge the acceptable level of suffering by the human condition? Ask the beggar, Professor. Ask the orphan. Ask the whore. Ask the starving, Professor. The weak, the sick, the filthy. Ask them to define your humane.
You know, for all of his apparent insanity, he does have some good points, does Mandus. I appreciate what he's trying to achieve, if not the means by which he's trying to achieve it. So what does this do? Do we just turn them all... Oh, so that was wrong, I'd presume. A final act of sabotage. The bastard has been here too. This is the epicenter of his meddlings. This is where it began, and this is where it will end. I will seek the source of this obstruction, and then I will render this sabotage impotent once and for all. So those are locked in place. Ah, okay. Excellent. So just a case of doing this in order. Or maybe there are some we just can't do, you know, that one's locked. Oh no, there we are, and... So that one won't go. We can't do number 3, for whatever reason. And the others we can't turn off or on. Nope, they're locked now. So... Okay, so presumably that's all we can do for now. Oh no, there we are. Ah. So number 3 won't go, so there's something we need to do regarding number 3 before we head on. And after that, I believe it'll be the end of it. I do believe... Oh, this bodes bad. This doth not bode well at all. Are we in fact going to come face to face with one of our own creations, perhaps? One of our true children? Deeper and deeper. Okay. Ah! So these are the rods. Oh, I see! I see! That's why it wouldn't open. So now we can go back up and insert the rod. That doesn't sound healthy at all, Mandus. I mean, even if you somehow do come out of this, I get the impression you're going to come out of it a little bit diseased. So that should allow us to activate the 3rd rod now. A conspicuous absence of pigglies around here. Here we are. Okay, that should do it. Oh my. I mean, do we even want to succeed at this? I mean, if Mandus gets what he wants, what he intends, then it's going to be an act of mass genocide. Ignition control. Now to find the ignition controls and start the machine once more. Elated, I stride forth upon these catwalks. I am coming, my darlings. I have almost saved you. Wow. I love the way these games place you in the shoes of...
Quickly, the air is thin. Their little faces turn. Oh, madness. They suffocate. They suffocate.
You see, I don't think the kids exist because I think they're just the means by which we're being led to do this. I think there's some delusion that a part of Mandus's mind is using to guide him to this point. To fulfill some hideous destiny. But I love the way these games place you in the shoes of the antagonists rather than the protagonists. I think that's really cool. Okay.
Daddy!
Oh my.
Now, Mandus, set them free. Set them all free.
Okay. What? Oh shit. What did we do?
I live. I breathe again. I rise. I will rise to bleach the sky and still the water. I will spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption!
Where are my children? You promised me my children!
My time is come! More pig! More pig!
What the hell is happening?
Boys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Okay. What the hell? Mandus, Saboteur. There are feats of engineering contained herein that would make even those clever fellows at the Institute reel with envy. So apparently there's another part to the game. That is intriguing. Yes, I have tea, by the way. I have tea. Indeed I do. Okay, so if that was the heart... Who was that? Who was the voice? Who has been calling us down to the depths of the machine? I mean, is there actually something or someone inside of it? Is that what it's... Oh. Oh. What? Where are we?
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring sun, and I cursed this world of pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
Okay. Oh. This is getting deeper and darker than I ever imagined. Oh, this is so strange. It feels like walking through something viscous, through oil or something to that effect. It's so bizarre. Oh! Oh dear! Oh dear! What? What the hell? 29th of December 1899. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, on realizing who he is, on what he has become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this, tiny cogwheels and clockwork, and intricate machines to serve a function that, upon reflection, we might set to a new task? Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by that which he now finds abhorrent, set to sabotaging this body, his machine, until those children of his soul turn in new motion, and he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands to the exposed wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than continue to live as a monster. Is that what all this is about? Is it a kind of slow suicide? Oh my. Pressure regulation. You know what? I think it might be. So it is done. The saboteur was me, and the voice on the telephone was him. But what of us? How do we connect? Surely I cannot be responsible for all I see about me. I cannot remember. I cannot remember. All I can grasp is a moment when the world split into two pieces, and the innards of humanity fell from an orifice torn agape into my open, bifurcated heart. Wow. Ah. Steam vents. All about me the thunder of machinery, the blasts of boiling steam. I cannot pass without fear of scolding. I am a lobster, Jordan Peterson. Cracked, my circulation stagnated, my vital motions impeded. The steam will boil my hole unless I can find a way to shut it off. Okay. Okay, fine.
Where are they? Where are my children?
Why do you ask, Manders? You know the answer well enough.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I see what we're up to here. A little bit of sabotage of our own, no less. August 31st, 1899. Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proved indispensable in cleaning the largest steam pipes. It appears that matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shortened broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors that when they rush back into the system. Then we will be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I am so proud, and then I feed them to the pigs. Wow. I mean, wow.
What are you doing, Piggy? Do you think I will allow you to sabotage me again?
I want my children, you unholy bastard!
Oh, this is... So the man is arguing with himself. He's at war with his own soul, it seems, and it's quite wonderful. It's quite wonderful. It's as though the machine has a voice of its own now. It's Mandus as is and Mandus as was. Very like Daniel, actually.
Hurt.
A cleansing fire always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it makes anew. Did it hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot? Ask instead this. Can we save them?
Wow.
When did I say that? That is not me. That is not me!
Oh. It's not allowing us to use the lantern anymore. Oh, that's cruel. I can see nothing. Oh, God. I can't see a damn thing. There must be something here. What on earth is this? Well, I can't get that way. And I can't I can't get that way, so which way do I go? Is there a door or something? I don't know, I can't see anything. This is very strange. Oh. Oh, wow, it's very disorienting. I can't quite make out what's going on. Oh. Well, this has now become an industrial nightmare, hasn't it? Well, well, there's no other way to go. We went through all the trouble of turning off the machines down here, so it must be this way. I just can't see where I'm going. It's so dark. I may, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, give me but a moment, and I may go in and adjust the gamma just a little, just so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I mean, I'm so adoring this game. I am all up for going directly into Frictional Games' next piece after this, which was Soma. A slightly different game, by all accounts. Not as well received, sadly, as the others, but still very, very interesting. Where? Ah. Is that what we have to do? Sorry, I can't quite see. Oh! Oh! Oh no, that's the way we came down, isn't it? That is the way we came down. I cannot see where I am or what I'm doing. It's so disorienting. And with that weird effect on, I can't see a damn thing. Oh! Oh! Now this is getting really, really weird. There are toy blocks and things. Oh, this is strange. What a unique experience. Oh! Oh! Oh dear. December the 1st, 1899. There is a spoon of medicine, I says, and it's a silver spoon that you did get born holding. Ever so painful for mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was in a little screaming red fist. Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico, and then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. This spoon was the same you gave your twins. Then you used it to dig a hole to their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole. Where will you dig next, I asks, you and your little silver spoon, made from the silver spine of your children, and wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibeth, what am I become? Wow. What indeed? Locked. Well, we've seen a Piggly already, so we know they're here. And this is a big, wide open space, so the likelihood of us getting chased here, I feel, is quite high. Oh wow, look at this! Look at this! This is incredible! Absolutely incredible! What's this all about? Danger. Ensure conduits are correctly placed to avoid pressure backdrafts. Child fatalities this month, 17. Yeah. Mandus is the saboteur. It seems that the pressure system is indeed the Achilles heel of this facility, something I clearly did not realize in my first clumsy attempt at sabotage. If I reroute the steam, I can wreak havoc. And I will. With sincere saboteur's delight, I will. Escape through the pipes. If in the throes of my evil I sent children into the pipes to clean them, then it seems likely there is another entrance I can use to escape this noxious maelstrom of engines. I will ignore the burning in my nostrils from the fumes of that godless Compound X that fuels these machines, and I will become the saboteur. I will destroy the pressure system, enabling me to enter the pipes without fear. Excellent, Mandus. Excellent. I heartily concur. Let's do it. I mean, it's... bloody hell. I mean, okay, I will say, it seems a shame, such a shame to destroy a thing of such brilliance, of such inspiration. There's a part of me... Oh, wow. What is this? Okay, I see. The pressure, some form of steam regulator. I'll wager if I disable it, the damage caused by the rushing steam pressure could be catastrophic. Certainly enough to force a temporary stalling of this entire engine. That should cause the steam pressure to drop. Mandus, you clever old goat. I can feel this horror, this grief, this betrayal boil into fury. I will not stand, I will not be undertrodden. If this machine is my heirloom, I am the Overman. Whoa, fuck! Oh, did you see that? What does it say? What's going on? Into the pipes and out of the engines, now quickly! Through the pipes before the pressure returns and they fill with boiling corrosive steam. I sense the machine snarl itself about me, its unholy inhuman mind coil and slick and send its dark tendrils through its conduits to repair the damage. I will return to the streets, I will fetch help, and I shall lead the people upon the factory, burn it to the ground, and seal this evil place underground forever. Wow. Wrong way, shit. Come on, Mandus. Oh, whoa. Oh, shit. Let's get out of here.
This is your doing, Mandus. This is what you dreamt into me.
I will stop you. I will save them.
You are too late. It begins. My work has begun. Kill them, my piggies! Kill them all!
wow. Anything to save them. You profit my viscera. We make you escape forever. You slit the throat, bleed out the pig, and it release into the curdle, that you set your species free. Wow. This is a great story. I'm so enjoying this. I'm dying to see what the engine has done, because it's almost as though it's sentient. It's as though it's the voice of the engine itself that has guided us here. I just earned a trophy called The Entrails. Okay. Is there anything else to do? Oh, apparently there is. I thought that might be the ending of it, but nope. Apparently there's still something left to do. Uh-oh. Oh! 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 Oh no! They're out! Oh!
God, no, what have I done?
Oh my! It looks like... Oh god. It looks like Mandus has brought about his apocalypse regardless.
Madness, I know you are out here. I own this city. I am this city.
No! This is not what I meant! This is not what I meant at all!
Oh my god. October the 25th, 1899. No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Cull a beggar and a lady walks safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any of the others. This privilege, this pretension, these so-called leaders, these pillars of society, these rich and fanciful. They wear their filth on the inside, but they are no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them, and then we will feed from them. Oh my. Oh. So this is everything Mandus has dreamed of. This is his
Redeem yourselves. Redemption is at hand. Enter the cleansing and set your souls free. For you are born into filth and will die as pigs. Only through my redemption can you ascend to the skies and claim the heavens as your kingdom. Fall on your knees. Ashes, ashes, bones and ashes. With a pile will reach critical, and we can have such a burning that this city will shine as a beacon of redemption for the world.
oh good god. I did. I didn't expect this. London's burning. God forgive me. What have I unleashed? I stand and smell the burning city. I see ash upon the wind. I hear the roars of the sickening beasts and the screams as they fall upon the city and drag its people below for the slaughter. Now I begin to understand what the other composite ingredient of Compound X must be. And I also understand this. It is my responsibility now. I must find a way back to the heart of the machine and complete what I started. Oh, I thought this was the end. Ah. Jesus. Children, silence and hard work are the roads to heaven. Fuck you. Jesus. It's a much bigger game than I realized. Much, much bigger. Oh, God. I didn't expect it to go this far, I have to say. I didn't expect to actually see this happen. 23rd of December 1899. I stand and look at myself in the mirror, penis in hand, and my reflection grins at me, and his mouth is full of the sulphur mustards. Vain fool, he sneers. Are you really so very different? Do you genuinely believe your works of evil are any greater than the rest of them? You are simply a weak man, a product of his age, the same as any other. This is empire, cretin. This is the killing idiocy, the natural result of this social Darwinism. If you are evil, then this world is evil. You just let the blood run in the street rather than hiding it in the poorhouse. You hold the blade and slide it home yourself. You do not pay a man to do this for you where you cannot see it. If you are evil, at least yours is an honest evil, and that alone makes you Ubermensch. And thus I wash my hands and take to bed. Oh God. This is, what? Where are we? Are we back in the complex? I thought when we escaped that would be it, but apparently not.
Do you hear me, madness? This is what you planned.
I'm kind of speechless. Oh. Whoa! Shit! Fuck! Oh! God! Oh! Where am I? Oh! Fuck! 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 What happened? Somebody kill me? Was that meant to happen? Streets and alleys. There are too many of these damnations, these beasts loose on the street, to all have come from the engine rooms. As I emerged, I counted 3 of the damnable pneumatic lifts, which suggests the machine has been planning this for some time, smuggling routes to the surface all about this neighborhood. If my bearings are correct, beyond the alley I should stand directly over the ignition rooms, and I will wager that if I find a pneumatic there, it will cut me back to the machine's heart.
Where
So was I killed there? I believe I may have been. Oh, jeez. It's very difficult to get your bearings here. Ah, no, I wasn't killed. So I can get back down. Ah, excellent. Okay. Let's do it then. I mean, I doubt there's going to be any coming up this time. And really, would you want there to be at this point? Farming the world. A missing vein. I see this now. We must find them, those scrolls, those old words written upon metal rods that glow in the half-light, the dusk, this gloaming. This is incredibly intense, I've got to say. I just didn't expect it to go this far. I did not expect this kind of conclusion, and I'm quite excited for it to have gone like this. I really am. Oh, my. Okay. Here we are. Returning to the depths for a confrontation with God only knows what. Counterattack. I have returned, an angel of vengeance, a saboteur once more. I will find a way to stop this vast enterprise of slaughter. Enough destruction opened the heart before, confuse the machine enough to spring its locks and secret doorways. I must cause it great shock, stab its eyes, poke hot wires into its ears, hammer to its teeth and push glass into every orifice. Then it will gasp, and in that gasp I will scuttle into its throat and stab its heart from the inside. Very good, Mandus. Very, very good. But that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to wait till next time, I'm afraid. Until then, my loves, bye-bye!